Human perception has been trained to accept a narrow model of existence, a simple division between what can be grasped through the senses and what lies beyond them in an unseen domain. This reduction creates the illusion that reality is either tangible or abstract, visible or invisible, material or spiritual. Yet the deeper contemplative traditions reveal that this binary understanding is profoundly incomplete. The Andalusian master Ibn Arabi articulated a far more intricate architecture, one that unfolds reality into 5 distinct layers of presence, each governed by its own laws, inhabited by different orders of being, and accessible only through specific states of awareness. These presences are not separate worlds in the ordinary sense. They are modes of manifestation through which a single indivisible reality expresses itself in varying degrees of density and clarity. To understand them is not merely to acquire metaphysical knowledge, but to begin decoding why experience itself behaves inconsistently, why the same supplication yields different outcomes, why insight appears suddenly in some hearts while others remain veiled, and why revelation itself can be interpreted through multiple lenses without contradiction. At the foundation of this framework lies a paradox. The divine is absolute unity, without division, limit, or partner. Yet existence displays multiplicity, diversity, contrast, and relationship. For the one to be known, it must appear as many without ever ceasing to be one. This unfolding occurs through stages, not in time, but in ontological expression. Just as a single substance can appear as solid, liquid, or vapor, while remaining chemically identical, existence manifests through different states while preserving its essential unity. Each presence represents a degree of unveiling, a mode through which the hidden becomes perceptible without ever exhausting its source. These levels are arranged from the most subtle, where no form exists, to the most dense, where form appears fixed and measurable. However, density does not imply inferiority. Each layer serves a necessary function, and completion lies not in abandoning one for another, but in learning to perceive and operate across all simultaneously. The highest level is pure, unconditioned essence. Here there are no attributes, no distinctions, no names, and no relational qualities. It is not emptiness, nor is it something that can be imagined or conceptualized. It is the sheer reality of being before any form of expression arises. No created intellect can grasp it, because comprehension itself requires distinction between subject and object, and this level precedes such division. Yet acknowledging its existence reshapes everything beneath it. It establishes that all forms, qualities, and experiences are not ultimate. They are reflections that never touch the core. Even the most refined spiritual insights remain within the domain of manifestation, never penetrating the absolute. The closest a human being comes to this presence is through a state of complete self-effacement, where individuality dissolves and awareness loses all reference points. Even then, what is encountered is not the essence itself, but the absence of everything else. From this ungraspable source emerges the domain of divine qualities. Here, the attributes known through revelation exist in their pure, unmanifested state. Mercy, knowledge, power, wisdom, and all other names are not descriptions invented by human language, but real dimensions of divine expression. In this presence, they are not tied to events or objects. They exist as perfect principles. Mercy is not an act, but the reality of compassion itself, unconditional by circumstance. Knowledge is not the accumulation of information, but the pure luminosity of knowing. When these qualities descend into creation, they appear fragmented and limited, but here they remain complete and undivided. Human consciousness rarely stabilizes at this level, yet moments of profound spiritual absorption can allow brief contact, where the boundary between observer and quality dissolves. In such moments, one does not witness compassion or power. One becomes a temporary locus of that reality. Between the realm of pure qualities and the physical world lies an intermediate dimension that challenges conventional understanding. This is the imaginal domain, where meanings assume form and forms reveal meaning. It is not imagination in the psychological sense, nor is it physical reality. It is a distinct level of existence where symbols are alive, where ideas take shape, and where perception is not limited by material constraints. Dreams occur here, not as random neurological activity, but as genuine experiences within a subtle environment. This explains why dreams possess coherence, emotional intensity, and narrative structure that often surpass waking life. The entities encountered, the landscapes traversed, and the events witnessed are expressions of this realm, translated into forms the human mind can interpret. Prophetic visions, symbolic encounters, and certain forms of intuitive knowledge also arise from this dimension. It operates with its own logic, where time is fluid, distance is irrelevant, and intention can shape experience instantly. Beneath this lies the subtle energetic layer that underpins physical existence. Everything that appears solid is sustained by a non-physical structure that organizes and animates it. This presence functions as the blueprint of the material world, containing the patterns that govern natural laws and biological processes. The forces described by science are not merely mechanical interactions. They are expressions of deeper organizing principles rooted in this domain. The human being possesses a corresponding subtle body, often referred to in various traditions as an energetic or luminous form. This body mediates between the physical and the imaginal, allowing experiences such as intuitive perception, emotional resonance, and spiritual sensitivity. Acts of worship, intention, and inner discipline primarily affect this level. The outward action may appear simple, but its true impact unfolds within this subtle structure, shaping the quality of one's inner state and determining the trajectory of spiritual development. Finally, there is the physical world, the most apparent and yet the most misunderstood layer. It is the realm of sensory perception, measurable time, and spatial limitation. Here, actions have tangible consequences, and abstract principles become concrete realities. Compassion becomes a gesture, justice becomes a decision, and intention becomes behavior. While this level appears dominant, it is actually the most dependent, sustained entirely by the layers above it. Its forms are transient, constantly changing, and ultimately dissolving. Yet it is precisely this instability that gives it significance. It is the arena where inner realities are tested, where unseen qualities become visible, and where the journey of integration takes place. What distinguishes the human being is the capacity to exist across all these presences simultaneously. The body operates in the physical world. The subtle structure interacts with energetic patterns. The imagination connects to symbolic realities. The soul resonates with divine attributes, and the deepest essence reflects the unity beyond all manifestation. Most individuals remain confined to the surface layer, unaware of the dimensions that inform their experience. A smaller number encounter glimpses of the intermediate films through dreams, intuition, or moments of heightened awareness. Only a rare few learn to navigate these layers consciously, achieving a state of integration where all levels are perceived as aspects of a single continuum. The goal, according to this framework, is not escape from the material world, but its illumination. True completion lies in functioning fully within physical existence, while remaining aware of its deeper dimensions. This integration was exemplified in its highest form by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who embodied the balance between transcendence and immanence, engaging in ordinary human roles while maintaining connection to the highest realities. The path forward is not abstract speculation, but disciplined awareness. By refining perception, cultivating intention, and engaging in consistent inner work, one begins to sense the layers that were always present but unnoticed. The journey does not begin with grand experiences, but with subtle shifts, paying attention to the quality of environments, observing the emotional impact of interactions, reflecting on the symbolic language of dreams, and deepening the sincerity of prayer are all entry points into a broader perception of reality. Over time, these practices reveal that existence is not divided, but layered, not fragmented, but unified in diversity. The question is not whether these dimensions exist, but whether awareness will expand to recognize them. The map has been laid out, not as an abstract theory, but as an invitation to rediscover the full depth of what it means to exist.